Edge highlights, from getting crisp looking armour on your Space Marines, to bringing out the details on the fabric of your Genestealer cultists. Edge highlights are a great way to get great looking minis that really pop on the tabletop. Today I'm going to show you how to get great looking edge highlights on your miniatures, a technique that everyone should learn and can really push your painting to the next level. First I'm going to apply some highlights to this Salamander Space Marine, which I've already applied base coats and shades. I'm using my Rosemary & Co. 2/0 for this. You want a paintbrush with a good point to get the best edge highlights. First I'm applying some paint onto my palette. I'm using a wet palette, but any will do. And as always, I'm thinning it down with some water. I want the paint to be thin enough so it leaves a smooth layer, not too thin so it doesn't run away from me and I can keep control. When I load my brush, I'm pulling the brush back with a slight twisting motion to ensure that I get a nice sharp point on my brush. For sharp details, I use the side of my brush. Areas like the side of the leg are great for this. I want to make sure I have a good angle and just run my brush along the raised detail. It will leave a straight line right along the very edge of that detail, giving you a perfect edge highlight every time. On Space Marines there are quite a few details that you can use the side of your brush to apply your edge highlights. Making sure you keep the pressure you're applying even all the way along the raised detail, and the highlight it leaves behind will be a perfectly even line. I find it's easier to turn the model around and upside down, so I'm always painting in one direction. This makes it easier to apply the highlights. I turn the model so I apply my highlights in a downward motion wherever possible, but find whatever direction you find easiest. You can see how I've got even edge highlights along most of the raised details. Load your brush up like before, making sure that you have a good tip to the brush. The secret to getting good highlights is maintaining a consistent pressure on your brush. If you want, test out your control by painting a few lines on your palette. See if you can draw a few lines that are all the same thickness, or test to see how much more or less pressure on the brush give lines of different thicknesses. When you're ready, gently paint a straight line along the edge of the details of the power armour. It's best to start off with less pressure on the brush, and if the line isn't quite thick enough, come back over, applying a little more pressure. Slowly work around the model, tracing along the very edges of all the details, keeping a consistent pressure on the brush so only the tip is touching the model. This way all of the highlights will be the same thickness. Don't be afraid to turn the model so you always have the best angle to paint. Also try and paint all the way along a detail in a single stroke. That way it's just one solid line all the way along the edge of the details and stops you getting jagged little lines everywhere. When you reach the edge of a detail, try and lift the brush straight up. When starting out, a lot of people have a tendency to push down slightly before lifting. This will leave small blobs at the ends of all your highlights, so try and either paint straight off the edge of the detail or lift the brush straight up to avoid any accidental overspill. If you're suffering from slightly wobbly lines or you find yourself shaking holding the model, brace your elbows on the table so that way everything is firm and it will reduce any shakes. Always painting in a downward or comfortable motion will also help reduce any wobbles and mistakes, so make sure you're turning the model around so you're always painting in a direction that feels comfortable for you. And with all those edge highlights applied, you can see how I've got highlights all over the model. Now I'll show how to apply some highlights to the undersuit and other details. For these I'm going to use Mechanica Standard Grey as they are over black. I'm applying the paint to my palette as always. And once again thinning my paint. And making sure I have a good point to my brush. And doing some tests just to make sure I'm painting even lines. For the undersuit, I'm making sure that I catch the very tops of all the raised details with just the tip of my brush. I'm just gently catching the tops of the ridges, making sure I don't apply too much pressure so the paint won't run into the grooves. I'm being very gentle with the brush, just catching the very tops of all of the ridges. For the belt, I'm catching the top and the bottom with a thin highlight of grey, making sure I keep the lines nice and thin. When highlighting black, you want to keep the highlights as thin as possible, so what you're highlighting still looks black afterwards, rather than just reading as a dark grey. And for the backpack, I'm using the same techniques that I used on the power armour. For the sharp edges of the backpack, I'm using the side of my brush, so I get even lines along the edges. And for the other details, I'm using the very tip of my brush, making sure to keep the highlights thin so they don't make the backpack look grey, and just carefully catching the edges of all the details with a thin highlight using the tip of my brush. With the black highlighted, it's really brought out all of the details, so next I'll show you how to apply a slightly more advanced highlight. If you're enjoying the video, please press like. If you want more videos, press the subscribe button and ring the notification bell. And if you'd like to support the channel, please become a member by pressing the join button down below or joining me over on Patreon. For a two-step highlight, I'm going to apply them to this Ultramarine, which I've already painted and shaded. First with some Guard blue, which I'm applying to my palette, and thinning with a bit of water, making sure it's not too thin, much like for the Salamander before. I'm making sure once again that I have a good tip to my brush. I want these to be slightly thicker than the highlights I applied before, so that I can apply another highlight inside these ones. For the areas that I use the side of my brush, by coming in with a slightly flatter angle, it will leave a slightly larger highlight. Applying a bit more pressure on the brush will also give a slightly thicker edge highlight to these areas. For areas where I'm using the tip of my brush, I'm applying just a little bit more pressure than I did for the Salamander, because just a little bit more pressure will give a slightly larger edge highlight. I don't want these highlights to be too thick, just a couple of millimeters is all you need. By using the Guard blue, which is only slightly lighter than the MacLeod blue I used to paint the armour, this highlight isn't too bright and it won't stand out too much, but it serves as a nice mid-tone between the base colour and the brighter highlight that I'm going to apply next. I'm making sure I apply this highlight to all of the details on the power armour, catching every single edge with an edge highlight. Don't worry if this first highlight doesn't stand out too much, it is just working as a transition between the base colour and the brighter highlight, but the two highlights will work together to give a really great effect in the end. Make sure you keep an even pressure on the brush as you paint those highlights, so you get even highlights all the way along the edges to all of the details of the power armour. With first highlight applied, it's given a subtle highlight to all of the details on the model. So now with some Guard blue, I'm thinning down with some water, just so it will apply nice and smoothly, and once again making sure I have a good tip to my brush. Now I'm applying a thinner highlight within the highlight I just applied. For all the edges where I can use the side of my brush, I'm using a steeper angle than I did before, so I get a very fine edge highlight along the edges of all the details. When using the tip of my brush, I'm just very gently touching the model, using the very tip so I get a thin line right along the edge of the details, and making sure that some of the Guard blue is still showing, which will give the great two-tone effect to this highlight. As I want to keep these highlights as thin as possible, I'm making sure that I'm always painting in a direction that feels comfortable and keeping a good firm hold of the model to to prevent any wobbles or shakes. I'm keeping these lines even, ensuring that I keep that steady pressure on the brush and working my way around the model and catching every detail with another edge highlight so the power armor is really going to pop. These edge highlights are great for making the details of the model stand out, especially at a distance on the tabletop. Even when they're near the other side of the table, you can still see all of the details and shapes of the model, which does make for a great looking game of Warhammer. After a bit of practice, these highlights don't take too long to apply, but they can be a little bit tricky to learn. After painting a few models, you should have built up some muscle memory, and controlling the brush and getting even highlights becomes second nature. With that two-step highlight complete, it's really given a clean edge highlight to the armor. Now I'm going to show you how to fix a couple of the most common mistakes people make when highlighting. If you come in too thick like I'm about to do with this line here, and if you're quick, the simplest way to fix it is to just rub it off with your thumb. If you do it straight away and the paint is still wet, it will come straight off nice and easily. If there is any highlight left, you can simply paint over it again with the base coat, if needed. If you don't notice quickly and the paint has dried, like I'm going to let happen here, come in with some of the base colour once the paint is fully dry and apply a layer or two over the highlight that's too thick. You don't need to paint over it completely, just cut back into the edge highlight until it's as thin as you want it to be. I often go back over a model and thin down some highlights, as there will often be one or two that are too thick. And that's how to get crisp looking edge highlights on your models. Space Marines are great to practice on, but this technique can work for any models in your collection. So let me know in the comments down below, do you like painting edge highlights? And are there any other techniques that you would like to see me explain? So thank you very much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and happy painting!